I was at a physical therapy appointment, again, for my continued recovery from shoulder surgery recently, and I overheard another therapist talking to her patient about the importance of rest for the healing process. Evidently, this patient was rushing the process and as a result had developed some tendinitis that was now slowing down the process. And the patient was frustrated. The therapist was very gentle in encouraging the patient to simply listen to their body and really listen in a way that was to sense when the body needed some real rest and to take the time to rest. Because in so doing, then the body's reservoir of strength could be filled back up so that it could continue the healing process. It was wisdom that I needed to overhear, not just because I tend to rush the process too in so many ways when it comes to life, but because in so doing, I often find the reservoir of my life pretty depleted, if not empty. And then I'm not sure I have all that many authentic gifts to give in terms of love and service and compassion and listening. For many of us who practice following the way of Jesus, August 20th is the feast of a spiritual giant in the life of the Christian movement. Saint Bernard of Clairvaux lived in the 1100s, famous for many bits of wisdom, but one of them is the wisdom that before we can become channels, we need to be reservoirs that are full. In other words, before we can give away love and light and peace and be channels of those things, we need to make sure the reservoirs of our lives are full of love and light and peace. And that's wisdom worth coming back to. I do again and again on my journey of life and faith. And it's worth pausing and praying about today, to reflect on the reservoirs of our lives. Are they full right now, or are they empty? Either way, where is it that we can go to find the gift of those reservoirs being filled again in meaningful ways? Maybe that's by taking some real intentional time to slow down and rest these last days of summer before the busyness of school and fall picks up right around the corner. Or again, just to spend some intentional time in those spaces and with those people who really do fill the reservoirs of our lives. Those are all ways we come to tap into that eternal wellspring of divine life that overflows all so that it can fill into the reservoirs of our lives, and we can become channels of that life for one another. God's peace and blessings.